Day 152. It's a big update from yesterday. I guess I have a little bit more to do. So what I actually did is I went to Home Depot early this morning and I found out, I know a lot of sawdust, I'll explain in a minute, that they have this bigger corner piece that will cover a lot more of that. It won't go exact. You know what? Hold on. Let's see if I can get a good measurement. It won't go exactly over it. There we go. But it'll only leave a little sliver, so I can just put something over that to cover it. It's a lot bigger than the one I previously got, which was just this size compared to this size. It's a little bit bigger, a little bit more expensive, but yes. And also, I had a neighbor come over and he perfectly cut this treated 1x6 into pieces 30 feet on each side. So it should cover, so it should go over just like this. The only thing I have to do for it, well, is wait for it to dry till I stain it. So maybe a couple of weeks, maybe 3 months, we'll see. But also, for the emergency exit windows, they all have this little hole right here. So either I'm gonna have to figure out how to remove it without causing an alarm, or I'm just going to plate or drill right in here, the same size, so it just is always on, basically. So yeah, actually, it would have to be closed for it to work, for it to be good. So now that they're already up, I don't think that'll be an issue. I'll test it out later. And also, I somehow never saw, but actually did see now, finally, flex trim at Home Depot. So now what I'm gonna do is, let me go ahead and turn this on and turn this one on to give a good, so I'm gonna put flex trim all over this right here. I have already ordered one piece that goes over this a little bit, and I'm just gonna use one piece and check it out before I order the rest of it. But I looked and there's a whole nother piece, or a whole other pieces that can go like this right here. So I can do 1, 2, 3, and that with just one piece of it that they sell. So I'm hoping, and it's a square rectangle size, and it's like 1 inch thick and stuff like that, but hope I can definitely paint it. I think I'll look it up, and also I can put it in place, I can cut it, and then hopefully, I'm gonna look it up a little bit too, hopefully I can trim it. Not trim it, but sand it down a little bit so it's not square, not rectangle, and it's more of a curve like this instead of being like a rectangle like that. So yeah, kind of big updates, and I'm gonna keep gathering more stuff for me to use. We'll see what else I get. I also got this other thing I forgot to tell you guys. I just got this Bondo wood filler, which I'm going to use to fill in any of the mistakes that I've made. So we'll see what I get to on that. Now I'm gonna go get that stuff. So big update, I left the Skoolie running just so I could prove it too. This would be pressed in for it to be the alarm to be disabled, and that has no issues whatsoever right there, because it's basically, when I bought the bus, when I bought it, it was disconnected and everything, so that's not an issue whatsoever. And honestly, I think I just have to remove the screws and the faceplate to make it good, and just have that pushed in all the way, and then that would be very good for me. Also, I got my flex trim just to go over that area, and when I got to the store and I was literally turning my key to turn my car on to leave, I got an alert on my phone, and I just saw it out of the corner of my eye a little bit, that a order that had shipped to the store had finally been delivered a day early and it was ready for pickup. So what it was is this flex trim piece right here that will fit perfectly. Let me just do this. That will fit perfectly like this. Second, let me bend it out a little bit. And then it's also paintable, so I'm really happy. I haven't bent it out correctly yet, all the way, but that will fit perfectly right there. So I'm gonna order more of these and get it all situated. I'm really happy about this. Some of those were way more difficult than just pulling them out. But I finally, even though I had to bend a lot of metal sometimes, but I bent metal that I was removing, so it didn't matter to me. And also I'm covering it up, so if it's got a scratch, I don't really care too much. So now I'm going to, well, I was thinking I'd just place them right now, but for right now, what I'm gonna do, because that's what they look like right there. Right on the top. Oh, hold on. Drop my coffee. Put that right there. Right there. That's what they look like. Now removed. And that will fit directly on top of it so nicely, like that one is right now. So what I'm gonna do is I've been warming up my flex trim in my car with the heater on for right now, because it needs to be pretty flexible when you're putting it up. And I'm gonna go ahead and try it right there and figure out how much I actually need to order. So here I go. It's installed. I think that's pretty good for my first try. And yes, it is paintable, and I know it's got a little bit of a gap on the top, very smally, but I can always just, you know what, that's not even an issue. That's pretty well, I think. I don't need it to be perfect at all. That's pretty good, I think. Yeah, so now I just need to figure out the measurements, and I have 13 more sides. Well, 12 more sides to do. So I need to figure out how much more I need. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna stain my corner pieces. I'm gonna stain the outside of it because it wouldn't matter at all if I stain the inside. So I'm gonna go ahead and do it. And now I have to wait. But I'm gonna take that time and I'm gonna wait by walking Ranger. And here is just a glimpse of our walk. And that's done. Just one of them, but I think that's pretty darn good, I'll say. Yeah, it's got a little bit right there, around the corners, but at the same time, I have that for it, wood filler. And I'll just use it, place it in, and paint it so it won't be visible. Same as I'll do right here, and over there at that section, and right there at that section too. There and there. So, I think that's pretty good. I'm gonna see the time. And it's already 4:16 p.m. So 16:14. Did I say that right? No, 16:16. So anyways, wow, I mixed up my numbers. So what I'm gonna do is call it a day for right now and just get started on it tomorrow. I'm really happy all this got done. Oh, and I will show everyone that I pretty much went ahead, as you might have saw, and placed all of the 1x6s, and I just need to wait for them to be dry before I can put them in there. But you see right here, I have a little bit of excess because down here is that one little emergency exit button that has that little screw thing, and this just will not go over it. I mean, I might figure out one way to do it, or I might just cut it off, because that is not going to be visible at all, ever. And then I'll continue it from here, and that fits perfectly, and that fits perfectly. And I have the same issue, where is it? Right over here, because I cannot angle unscrew it right. Well, I mean, I probably could. I might figure it out. But at the same time, that's pretty good to me, I think. So, I'll think about it, but it's not too hard of a thought. I'll say that. It's not as bad as I was thinking yesterday. I'll definitely see you guys tomorrow. I'm really happy with how this is turning out. Yeah, I'm really happy.